Hey everybody, it's Norin. I just wanted to share a fun discovery I made while experimenting with my living frigates. The short version of this is that there are food groups for your living frigates, and they will give you consistent effects based on what you feed the frigates. So let me just show you how this works. Go to Manage Fleet here, and come over to, for example, this frigate. You'll notice this one has really good stats for combat, 38 for combat. If I were to feed it though, processed meat, that would change. Now a lot of people have been saying that these are random effects, but I've discovered they're not totally random, that there are actually groups of foods that will always give a given frigate a given set of stats. So for example, if I give it churned butter, that's what this one really loves, back to 38. Now, something interesting. If you were to go back here though, and try to feed it bone cream, you get this error. Insufficient nutrient variety, select different material. So, what that has told you is that bone cream and churned butter are part of the same food group. And until you feed it something from another group, you can't feed it that one again. So, scaly meat, it likes it okay, 32 combat, that's not bad, but we want to get this other great stat here with churned butter. But you know what, just to demonstrate this, I'll give it bone cream and it will give it the same stats. Bone cream will give it 38. It's exactly the same stats as churned butter. And again, we did this the other way, but you can see it won't let me feed it churned butter until then. So what I did was I created a spreadsheet and just recorded the stats that you get for every single food that you tried to feed it, and noted where the groups were that it wouldn't let you feed until you cleansed its palate, I guess. And the result is this spreadsheet. So if you see here, I have sorted these by the exact stats it gives you for a given frigate. Now these won't be the same for every frigate, but each of these groups is consistent with another frigate. So if you were to try to feed a particular frigate like a custard donut and an anomalous donut, you would get exactly the same stats. It won't always be these stats, but you'll get exactly the same stats. And you'll get that error message if you try to do two of these sequentially. And I've gone through the entire list of food items in No Man's Sky and separated them out into these groups. So the result of that is, instead of having to feed 275 food items to your frigate to see the full range of stats, instead you just have to feed it about 65. What we haven't figured out yet is whether there are hidden classes of living frigates, for example, that will always get 38 if you feed it something from this food group. I suspect there might be, because if you look at these two frigates, Lucci and Ryozern here, very similar stats, and both of these, for example, look, Lucci gets it from, I'll cleanse its palate here and just do it again. Lucci gets this from churned butter, and Ryozern also gets this from churned butter and that associated food group. I'll put the link to this spreadsheet in the description for the video so you can make a copy for yourself. One note, I put these checkboxes here in column I so that folks could just keep track of whether they have tried a food out of a particular food group as they're going through here. You know, I'm sure you could create a easy list where, you know, you've optimized what base ingredients lead to what second tier food or something, but I didn't go through all that trouble, so you're welcome to do that if you want. I'll hide these fields because I'm leaving them in case you accidentally sort the data in a way that breaks up the food groups. These again won't be the same for every frigate, but they'll help you sort these back into food groups if you need to. If you unsorted accidentally, just sort it first by the total and then by whatever order of these other stats that you want to sort it in, and that will help you out. So hope this is helpful to you. Let me know.